Hello everyone, dear friends. Today we'll be using such as strategies using an indicator called green day. We will use this side as there are not even similar indicators on this side without this indicator. So we're slightly distant indicators, but they are quite different with this indicator called like green day. That's why we are using this site today to figure out like how to use this indicator at all, how to analyze charts with it, and how to make money with it, of course. So we can get started. Now we have a currency pair open under the opening of the euro-dollar currency pair. And in general, how does this trading indicator work? Here we can notice several color lines, like they indicate the movement of the chart, and with the different movement we have like different color lines coming out. Okay, here for example at this point we can see that in this trading range we have like price moving down. And what can we see here? Here we can notice that the yellow line is more active, meaning like we have it more accurate. A movement is looming. The graphic follows the movement of the graph, and with each successive color we have the line gets flatter. That is, so like the yellow line on the descending chart more closely follows the movement of the candles. So the movement of the graph itself, and with each successful lifeline we have this smoothing out, and if like distance we can see this kind of distant movement of the graph. Which way is he going anyway? Down or up? But when we have the graph reverses and goes in the opposite direction, we can also notice that if I tell you that now I'm giving you your first rewards from trading it's $1,000, will you follow my steps? I believe that you will do. So now, please keep your attention because the source I'm sharing with you is actually a key for your reward. I'm sharing with you the real-time trading signals on my Telegram channel, so all of you can gain this $1,000 just in a few hours of trading and a few clicks. Trades which I'm sharing give up to 9% of profit, so with even $100 you can gain your $1,000 easily. Remember, who doesn't try never gets. So don't waste this opportunity. Follow my Telegram channel, link you will find in the description, and see you there. So in this case we can notice that we have swapped all the colors and now the yellow. So we have yellow lines at the top and also more accurately follow the movement of the chart. And all the over lines we have also repeat the movement of the graph. But every line, we have lines up differently. And for example, if we have like yellow lines more accurately repeat the chart movement, that the blue line, for example, in this case, it is smoother and does not define the chart movement so accurately. So on green, red, and pink. So we also have a repeat of the chart movement, but softer, like much smoother, like here, for example. So in this place we can notice this trading range here. So what can we even notice? Here we can see that we have lines much like further apart. This tells us that we have a more intense movement on the chart at this point, on this currency pair specifically, a more intense movement. So that is, as we can notice, like the pink line is smoother and it repeats the chart movement not with such a strong intensity as, for example, the yellow line. We can notice that the yellow line we have more closely follows for the movement chart, and just the fact that the trading indicator is more pronounced in this place It shows that we have a very intense chart in this place, as you can see. We can, for example, at this point, take a trade from this point to the upside, and we would have taken our profile at the top point. So we can see that the lines we have are all starting to perform their turnaround. The chart is also starting to perform its reversal, and that is why we could open a trade in the opposite direction, of course, and also make money on it. This is how this indicator works. Right here we can also see that we have a very intense movement here on this trading range, and we can notice that, and we have price moving sharply to the downside with large swings. And you can see that the pink line we have showed like the general price movement, red, green, blue. We're also being signaled that the move is being lower, but the yellow and blue lines together we have them more accurately replicate the movement, like the graphics. And just thanks to the yellow-blue line, we can already determine in which direction the price is going in the future to conclude to push back from it and conclude a deal on the downside or on the upside. This is how these trading indicators work, and we can generally stop there. Stop here, I mean. And I would also like to mention that, of course, in our Telegram channel, we'll go into more detail on how the other trading strategies and trading indicators are used in general. So indicators we'll have today are Bollinger Bands and Stochastic, and we'll accelerate our deposit today from $700 to a big enough amount, and we can start. And this is where I see a good situation to enter the trade. This is where I want to open a trade on the downside. I'm opening a trade down, so here we can see that the price is already rapidly going down. So we open the deal in the same direction according to the indicator Stochastic, and we can also see that the lines are also going down. Look guys, I see a great situation to enter trade. We're opening down at this point, so we open a trade down, and what can we see here? We can see here that according to the stochastic indicator, our lines are well past the upper zone. This indicates that they are already starting to perform their U-turn and go in the opposite direction, and that's why we open the deal downwards. And look at our deal, it works perfectly and closes in the plus. There's almost like $3,000 in the balance, a very good result. A simple and profitable strategy that is suitable for both beginners and experienced traders. You can use it every day, not only on weekends or weekdays, like every day, and look beyond the situation that will fit our strategy. Well, look here, I see that the price is already going up. I open in the same direction. According to the stochastic indicator, the line is also going up. It's quite seamless, quite simple and clear. And as you can see, the price is already going up rapidly. And our trade worked out perfectly, closes in plus, we take our profit. And our strategy is working out very well, as you can see, and change the amount of the transaction, and well, keep looking. So here guys, please pay attention. Here we can notice that the price is already starting to perform its reversal and going the opposite direction. According to the stochastic indicator, we can also notice that the line has reached the upper boundary. This is indication that she will be pushing away from it and going in the opposite direction in the future, and now the price is heading downward. And here's our trading strategy working perfectly. Like trading indicators also do not let us down. That's great. Look at the balance. It's almost $8,000. It's amazing. It's a great result. It's a very simple, profitable strategy, as you can see. I would also to note that in our Telegram channel, of course, in addition to trading titles, we have an educational material. So come on over, sign up. But we can stop here, and we traded a little bit with you today. We increased the deposit from $700 to just a rather large amount, as you can notice. So thank you all for watching. Bye.